Never ever touch this man. The two cops couldn't beat him up either. Cop a stick up. The man easily dodged the stick that fell to the ground. Officer B didn't give up and swung the stick again. The man dodged it in time and beat it. Police a fall fly. An angry police officer pulled out a gun. The man decided to hide his talent first. The stick in Officer B's hand is still shaking. They told the man to get in the car. The man was about to get in the car. Then Officer B tried to sneak him in. I realized that and immediately turned around. Police Officer B was threatened. Cho was too afraid to immediately withdraw. He's got eyes on the back of his head or something. The man's piercing gaze stared at B. He did not dare to move half. But Police Officer A and Police Officer B couldn't believe it. Take the man to the police station. It was the most wrong choice in their lives. A man named Aldal. He's a retired Special Forces major. I went to a small town, walking past a coffee shop to ask for directions. I'm used to serving Natsia. Just came out of the coffee shop. Two police officers blocked his way. Anriel gave his ID to the police. But the other two cops didn't want to see it. Confiscated and stuffed in his pocket. Anriel. He pulled out his shirt to reveal the army knife on his side. Just prove you're a soldier. But these two cops don't understand. I think Anriel used a knife against them. So raise your gun and handcuff Anriel. Angelao did not resist, but gave out his hand. And the two police officers tried to move their hands but he didn't fall down anyway. There was a scene at the beginning. Angelao doesn't want to cause trouble. Go to the police station. You're locked in a cell. Captain. The police officer comes up with a stick and pokes Android straight in the shoulder. Then hit the second one in the back. And hit the foot with the third shot. But Android does not. Without uttering a word. The captain took Ra's electric baton and stuck it in the Ordinary people stomach. Are already startled for fainting. But Android has gone through special training. Try to withstand this blow. Angela was finally angry. He began to push the captain to his knees. Then kick the fly. Electric baton. Now the other police came in. The angry captain shouted, "The director is back." Angela was taken to the chief's office. He was also a Special Forces officer. After seeing Android's ID. "I didn't mean to make it hard for you." He bragged about his work accomplishments. With Android, in the town people honestly settle down. Expect Android to ignore the rude actions of subordinates. Android observing the director's office. What is expensive wine on the wall? And the car to the forest. Kia downstairs is filled with lavish flowers. The director is constantly exaggerating. Andriel interrupted the director. The director realized Angelao wasn't interested in what he said. So the attitude changes. Pounding the table warned Angelao to leave quickly. Don't make trouble anymore. He punched a hole in the wall. When Angela left, Natsia came into the director's office. Angelao went out of office. The police realized they had forgotten MPBA there. Sokomebek. Natsia came to pay the protection fee. After receiving the money, the director tried to rape her. When Angelao came in, just in time to see the chief pressing on Astia. The director is calm right now. Button your pants. Nakia hid in the corner and pulled her shirt tight. Angelao looks at Nadia's pitiful appearance. I knew you were forced. I'm angry. The director wants to get out before Angelao breaks his arm. I punched him in the throat. He immediately breathed out. And then he knocked the chief out with a punch. Take the ashtray off the table and unplug the phone. Get Nada out of there. Android starts processing people in the department. The police just needed an ashtray that knocked out a guy. I used the telephone cord to wrap it tightly in my hand. I'm scared by your spirit to move. Android continues to go out. Someone is going to pull a gun. I used a telephone cable to punch you in the face. Another man was going to hold a rifle. I was wrapped tightly around my phone cable. To beat a guy. The other police stood up. Eat continuously 7 charges of Android. In case the Android takes off all their guns. When he opened the door again, he saw the captain and 2 police officers with guns. The fat man tried to resist. Thrown aside by you. The captain was rewarded with a knee. It's like revenge for the beating. When I got out, I met another police officer with a Angelao. In a moment, the name Kia was changed. About 20 rounds. When Kia was about to vomit, Angelao punched him. I flew up the stairs and met a fat man with a lot of words. There's always someone else in her stomach. Last name give a bonus pillow. One more punch made him roll down the stairs. Good job. In less than 3 minutes, the police department was dead. Go to the front gate. Ask an idiot for a cigarette. Natsia stood by looking dumbfounded. Angel is the best of 2. They just left the police station. The police are now responding. The director ordered the intense pursuit of Angel. Angel told Natsia to hide. And I stole a motorcycle. Start the racing war. On the road, the police officer poked half of Ra's body and kept shooting. Bullets flying like rain towards Angel. Angel motorbike non-stop flexible dodge bullets. Every bend is very easy to master. The fire behind it is getting stronger. Angelao is about to make the decision he pedals. Strong GA plunged down the cliff next to a few 10 m high. To the ground. The captain with a gun fired towards Angelao. The police came down from the car. Angelao ran to the nearby forklift. Then crashed into the police car. The police car is forced to constantly back up. But we didn't have to wait for Angela to come. It was pulled out of nowhere by a truck. To meet a sound of hellfire smoke. 2 police officers in the car were blown to ashes. The director saw the mess in front of him. He ordered all exits in the town to be closed. To catch Angelao, At the same time Albert was hiding in the forest. For someone from the special forces like you, then this is his best option. I've collected 10 things that I can use. What is a rusted exo furnace? Meters of wires and small plates of iron covered in mud. These things look like useless things. But through the hands of Angelao it became a trap. They are simply waiting for their prey to bite. Police are looking for Angelao. Open the door carefully and welcome him. It's an iron plate in your face. The police passed out. Officer B quickly arrived. Just turned around and played. Angelao doesn't know when. Appeared behind my back. Officer B came forward with a gun. Android is a flying stone. Then, Android strikes Police Officer B in the neck with a stick. Take all his weapons. The next day, the chief found 2 police officers with swollen faces. Officer B came to tie and the chief told him, Angela said that if you keep chasing, it will make you an eunuch. The director was furious when he heard it. Put an ear in your face, B. Then take Theo subordinates continue to chase. In the forest by day. There's a shadow constantly moving in front of them. But again 01. The one who can see the darkness is Angelao. 2 police officers step on a mousetrap crying for their mother. Then Angelao threw the meaning out of the grass. It has just been renovated. At the feet of the police. The rest. Hold the gun for 1 round. Android is gone again. A few minutes later, Android like the devil appears on high. Throw another meaning out, and then down from the ground. Skillful escape from the rain of bullets. Angela hid behind a tree and threw a stone. Attract the attention of the police. And then they show up behind you. I have a combo. Make the policeman fall down. Even the police are all injured. But they're not life-threatening. Angelao didn't want to kill anyone. While searching, the chief saw Andriel and the 2 men looking at each other. BA2 a bullet and the disc simultaneously fly out. The director can easily escape. Android is not so lucky. The bullet hit your elbow. The blood doesn't stop flowing. But this little love, it does not affect the power of Android. You suddenly quickly run in the opposite direction. Wait for the director to respond. I don't see Android anymore. Director, in the direction you're running, did not expect that. Andriel appeared behind him. He turned and Andriel stopped the gun with a knife. The other hand quickly removed the magazine. Then reward him with an ear. Andriel put a knife to his neck. That's enough. Get your people out of here. I want to kill you even if you have 100 lives. It's not enough. Then you punch the chief twice, then turn around and leave. You didn't kill the chief, but your softness of heart has brought you disaster. The director called. Special forces are coming from the old Android boss. Your boss says Android is the elite in the elite. You guys can't do anything about him. Angel runs fast in the forest. Helicopter followed closely behind. The bullets keep shooting. The trees next to me kept falling. I fell down the cliff. 10 rounds and fell into the water. Water splashed. Come here to check on you. What kind of gun did the shooter use? You know, please send your answer below the comment section. The helicopter didn't leave but circled over the water. Angelao was not shot but fell into the water. I have choked to death for so long. But you're still a big life saved by an old man. That person is Nakia's grandfather. That day the robbers broke into Angela's house. Hide here to heal. The robbers broke into the house and shot dead. Angel, who was recovering in the warehouse, was also arrested. I pretended to help the robbers fix the engine. When the robber didn't notice, stabbed the robber in the chest. That's not enough. I turned 3 more rounds to let go. Angela in the warehouse to save Natsia. I was about to go out and meet another robber. 2 people hold each other's guns and kick the enemy to the ground. Angela hit some books RA, but the robber didn't see it coming. The robber hugged Angio and threw him to the ground. Angrio aimed for the opportunity to kick the bandit RA. Threw Ra's knife at the bandit's heart. The last robber was shot dead by Angelo. The captain did not see Angelo's body. I feel insecure. So Sai's subordinates kept looking. Angela was stopped by the commandos in a dilapidated 2 hands room. Over the head to surrender. Of course not. And then Angela knocked the Kia commandos unconscious. The other guy raised his gun and started shooting. Angela pretended to kneel and surrender and kick her leg. The guy fell over. I jumped to the 2nd floor. Being pressed into the water doesn't panic. Pull the opponent's trigger and hit him with a punch. The soldiers with guns arrived in time. He was an android executive. The 2 men collected their guns to prepare for a duel between 2 men. Superior hands out Anriel first. Skillfully dodged RA. Take the opportunity to kick a superior. The boss who fell in the water also swept his feet. Several shots in a row but even one. Anriel's hair was untouched. Anriel aimed right at his stomach, punched him twice in the gut. He's about to drop out. The situation is not the boss back. Just pulled out the gun. A loud explosion echoed. The boss is blown up and falls into the water. Angela could have run away. Turn around and jump into the water. I missed these few minutes. But the director got there in time. Angela just hid. In the water I found a cave. I can't believe the director is waiting at the exit. You just showed up and welcomed me. It's the rain of bullets. Angel hid in a small wooden house. The captain hurriedly picked up the RPG, shot towards the bungalow. The loud explosion must have died. It turned out earlier. Android detects in Kia's small house that has a passageway. Police name. When you go into the search, you are quickly solved. You change into a commando suit. Then come out of the house. Then steal a car. Android takes a gun to the chief's office. You 2 just met. A gunfight broke out. Anriel stops the director in the room. It's time to decide to execute him yourself. The commander also appeared. He advised Android to put down the weapon. Let the director be punished by the law. Android says that. You want me to cross my arms and watch women get raped. You want me to look at my family. The soldiers used their lives to protect them. Oppressed can't resist SAO. There are hundreds in Andrew's heart, 1,000 unvolunteers. But you still let the director. At the end of the movie, the director is arrested. To resist. They took Natsia hostage, but saw Aldio go out. The director is afraid to pee in his pants. Obediently release Natsia RA. I should still go to jail. Finally, Aldio gets beauty. This movie is the end. This movie is called The Firestone Friend. This question period. The gun that the gunner on the helicopter used. What kind of gun? You know, please send your answer below the comment section. Thank you for watching all of our videos. Hello and see you later.